Ben ritornati in un futuro presente videoludico. Questo momento è il vostro presente. Per me è il mio passato e sarà questo il futuro di tutti noi. Back to the Future the Game. Continuiamo. Quindi un saluto dall'angolo del gaming e anche dall'angolo di news. Arriviamo ad 88? Siamo a 88, arrivati. Siamo pronti a continuare la nostra avventura nel 1986. Speriamo questa volta di riuscire ad arrivare a fare qualcosa di buono. Allora, dobbiamo prendere qua il golf, la macchina elettrica.
Well, it's not the truck, but I guess it'll do.
Tanto sa guidare, il nostro amico Marty ha la patente, quante pare. Quanto pare. Caution. Che succede? Z. C'è una Z lì. Cosa significa? Videocamere di sorveglianza.
Oh no, John. Isn't this illegal?
What is illegal in Hill Valley?
What if Citizen Brown's watching?
Don't worry, nobody can see us here.
He's a peeping Tom.
Ah! Dad, try to warn your old man the next time, okay?
Good morning,
Che
Mrs.
sta
Brown.
succedendo?
Please address me as Mrs. Citizen
Questi-
Brown. I'm
cioè,
sorry, Mrs.
un attimo, volevo fare un attimo un giro qua fuori, vedere cosa c'è. Sempre queste cose, qui c'è un citofono. Ok. La casa è questa, sì. Non si può camminare sulla... Allora, vediamo un po'. Schermi. Ora c'è anche la chitarra. Ok.
Hey, Demerit?
Quarto schermo. Ok. Poi qui abbiamo la chitarra di Marty. È diversa.
What's my guitar doing out here?
Your mother and I convinced you to give it up, remember? Rock and roll music is frowned on by the Brown administration. It sets a poor example for all the kids who look up to you as a model of studiousness and moral gravity. And besides, you're not very good.
Come non sei molto bravo?
Come on, Dad. I need that guitar.
Give me one good reason why I should give it back to you.
Because... a certain girl is only gonna like me if I can play the guitar.
A certain girl. You don't mean...
Jennifer.
Oh, Martin. Why are you fixated on that little hellion? She's nothing but trouble.
Yeah,
Ma di quali vuoi stai
my kind
parlando?
of trouble.
And besides, the way you play guitar, you're only gonna drive her further Go ahead, son. Do your worst.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, I hear you got hit with some more
Si può già provare?
demerits, Nathan. Good on you, I'd say.
No.
Sure. Never
Poi
let it
altro
go with
qui
less than 1,000 demerits,
sembra che non
right?
ci sia. Comunque parliamo con George McFly.
I saw Mom downtown. She told me to give this to you.
Thanks.
Say, what gives around here?
Ah, you know, the usual. Keeping tabs on Hill Valley through my trusty bank of monitors. Always on the lookout for some interesting footage.
Interesting. What do you mean, interesting?
What kind of silly question is that? I've been gathering candid documentary footage for Citizen Brown's promotional videos for over a year now. I know your mother doesn't approve of my work, but wait a minute. You say you saw Lorraine? 11 to 12 hair salon, 12 to 12:20 lunch at Suitmo counter, cream of asparagus with crackers.
What was that?
You know your mother's problems. If she slips up again, it could mean demerits for the whole family. There she is, polishing the statue in the park. Just like the schedule dictates. Oh, then everything's fine. Good. Unless... How was she when you spoke to her? Lucid? Sober?
Whoa, Dad, what are you telling me? Are you saying Mom's a drunk?
Shh. I don't know for sure that your mother has relapsed into her old ways, but she's been acting very odd lately, almost as if she didn't like my constant supervision. Confidentially, I suspect she's got a flask hidden somewhere, probably very near the spot where she's working right now. Do me a favor, son, will you? See if you can worm the truth out of her. She won't confide in me, but she may be less guarded with you. Double rations this week if you help your old man out. What do you say? That's a good boy.
Okay, Dad, we need to talk.
Sì, la paghetta non è una cosa importante perché dobbiamo salvare l'intero pianeta questa volta. Visto che cambia, visto che il Valley è diventato il modello di tutto il pianeta. Cosa stai nascondendo quando sono
What were you
entrata?
hiding when I came in just now?
Hiding? I don't know what you're talking about, son.
Eppure,
Come on, I saw it. It was a videotape, right?
I might as well tell you. After all, you'll be 18 soon.
Tell me what?
Hill Valley under Citizen Brown is not quite the contented town you were led to believe it was.
You're kidding.
This isn't a criticism of the great man himself, of course, or his sainted wife, Edna. No one's worked harder than they to apply the most advanced social planning techniques to our municipality, but
pianificazione sociale,
confidentially, not
distanziamento
everybody
sociale.
appreciates it. A great many citizens, perhaps even the majority, actively resent the Brown administration. They don't say so publicly, of course, but in private,
Questo era intuibile.
just listen.
I tell you, Bert, this regime is a joke. They're all laughing at us over in Fairfax.
A toast to Citizen Brown. May his beloved courthouse be struck by lightning. Shh, Agnes, you're awful. Are you coming to the town square, Lester? Citizen Brown's about to give another speech.
Citizen Brown can kiss my hairy...
Well, you get the idea.
It sounds like people can't stand what the Browns have done to Hill Valley.
Not everyone. Only around 50%, maybe 60.
Does Citizen Brown know?
He should. Whenever I send copies of my raw footage to the Public Relations Department over at the courthouse, I get a memo telling me how much Citizen Brown thanks me for my service. But how could he see those videos and not do anything about it?
Maybe you should take your tapes directly to Brown.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, sure, he might appreciate my bringing these problems to his attention and reward me for my public service, but then again, they say it's never wise to be the bearer of bad news.
Lo faccio io.
Why don't you give me those videotapes? I'll take them to Citizen Brown.
Thanks for offering, son, but I don't want to get you involved. Citizen Brown won't like what he sees on them, and I wouldn't want you to get the brunt of his displeasure, not to mention the displeasure of all the folks on the tapes. Once they find out I recorded them, no, I'm not letting these tapes out of my sight. It's too dangerous.
Ok.
It's about Mom. How's she get to be such a mess? This isn't how she is in my perfect world.
You're right, it's a real puzzle. Because of course we both know Hill Valley is a perfect world, but for some peculiar reason, the harder I try to get her to conform to the rules, the more she slips up.
Comunque, ho capito che l'obiettivo sarà distrarre George di modo da rubare il nastro e andare da Doc a questo punto, con la scusa di fingersi inviato da il padre. Ok. Sta considerando di partecipare a
She's thinking about signing up for the Citizen Plus program.
Non
Is
deve
she
fare.
now?
Non deve
You're
fare.
not going to let her go through with it, are you?
Well, from what I hear, it's a fairly drastic procedure which completely reshapes the subject's personality. On the other hand, if Citizen Brown recommends it, it's gotta be a good thing.
Don't you think Mom would be a little more relaxed if you gave her just a little bit of space?
Now, there's a fine suggestion. What would Hill Valley be like if people gave each other space? Why, we'd all be tempted to follow our own impulses, and there's no telling where that
Quindi
might
nessun
lead.
distanziamento sociale ai Valley, pur essendoci il lockdown o lock brown. Ok, cambiamo.
Something on your mind?
It's about me.
I'm all ears.
Well, from certain things I've heard, I get the idea that people in this town regard Marty McFly as a
As a what?
nerd.
They said that?
In so many words.
Just because a boy studies hard and gets straight A's and respects the rules and doesn't party or drink or stay out late and is perhaps a bit socially inept and obsessed with personal hygiene and prefers his rubber band collection
Stop! I really don't want to hear anymore.
I'm proud of you, son.
Cioè, boh, ok.
I'm trying to understand why Jennifer broke up with me in this time. Recent past.
Are you still mooning over that girl? Forget her! She's bad news. Why, my surveillance cameras have caught her doing things that are completely against the Hill Valley Code.
I don't want to know.
Kissing boys. Sitting with boys in cars. I've kept quiet about it for her father's sake, but believe me, you're well rid of her.
Is there anywhere you expect me to be, like, right now?
Well, I did expect you to be up at the lake until tomorrow with that math-and-magic competition, so I guess your time is pretty much your own right now.
Okay, different subject.
Yeah?
So about you and your, work.
Shoot.
You seem to be really into this spying business.
It's not spying, son. It's cinema verite. These candid moments of Hill Valley's residents will eventually be compiled and edited into the documentaries and promotional materials that advertise our way of life to the rest of the world. True, you can argue that I've taken things to extremes, but I still get up to take my meals and, of course, to use the facilities.
Cioè, resta sempre seduto. Vita da lockdown, lockdown, ok. E una cosa particolare, suo padre, cioè il nonno di Marty, il padre di George, si è creduto una spia e quindi geneticamente è passato, c'è stato un cambiamento nella linea familiare anche di Marty. In quel momento in cui hanno affidato un incarico da spia, ogni volta che si viaggia nel tempo si combinano guai.
You're supposed to be, I mean, wouldn't you rather spend your time writing, say, science fiction novels?
Science fiction. I did mess around with that once, but that was before Citizen Brown made it illegal.
Science fiction's illegal?
Sci-fi promotes an unhealthy obsession with the fantastic and impossible, and it encourages the idea that there might be better societies than Hill Valley, which is subversive nonsense, of course.
Lavaggio del cervello a suo padre è stato fatto, E poi la fantascienza, dai.
Okay, different subject.
Jules Verne ha insegnato molto.
It's about someone we both know.
Yes?
Chi?
Have you seen Biff lately?
Not since he went to the reconditioning center. Is he back among the living?
Depends on what you mean by living. He's really different from the way I remember him.
Lucky dog. In a way, it isn't fair that Hill Valley's biggest scofflaw should be the first to receive the benefits of the new Citizens Plus program. But I know I shouldn't be jealous.
Have you ever spent time with Citizen Brown?
Well, of course I'm in the audience for every one of his public addresses.
One-on-one, I mean.
Oh, no. He'd never notice a common Sector L citizen like me. But I dream that someday he'll recognize me for my public service and maybe let me shake his hand.
What can you tell me about Edna?
Mrs. Citizen Brown? Oh, she's a wonderful woman. People just think of her as this sweet, self-effacing grandmotherly type.
Edna? Are we talking about the same?
But really, she's just as involved in running the town as her husband is.
Mi sa che l'unica si governa.
David and Linda.
Have you heard from them?
No, I thought maybe you had.
Not in ages. As far as I know, he's still working for the big city newspaper, and she's still in that women's boarding house. I'll never understand why they decided to leave Hill Valley. Something on your mind?
Hill Valley has a lot of rules.
It certainly does, for our own good.
Public kissing is illegal, right?
Ah, the old PDA law. Indeed it is. And what's more, violation carries a hefty load of demerits. But you know, it's a law people break with surprising regularity. Why, I could show you videotaped evidence.
How exactly do people get other people to break it?
On second thought, perhaps I shouldn't show you the videotaped evidence.
Public kissing is illegal, right?
Ah, the old PDA law.
How
ho selezionato di nuovo questa.
Un-
Allora, il contrabbando è male, vero?
If I got caught with a contraband item, I'd get in a lot of trouble, right?
You certainly would. You could be facing up to 1,000 demerits, depending on the item. But of course, you wouldn't be caught dead with anything illegal. It's your mother I'm worried about.
Da notare dietro George, qua, il floppy disk. Dovrebbero essere quelli un po' più grandi. Comunque adesso abbiamo un
Did
cane.
you ever harbor a dangerous animal?
Haha! Couldn't if I wanted to. They've all been banned. But I did catch something very interesting on one of my monitors yesterday. Which one was it? Oh, yes! Does that look like a stray dog to you? Whatever it is, Edna's Animal Patrol will make short...
Che Einstein ma non ha viaggiato nel tempo con noi, però potrebbe essere davvero Einstein perché non ha viaggiato nel tempo, cioè noi l'abbiamo portato nel 1931. Nel 1931 Doc in questa realtà non ha costruito la macchina del tempo, quindi Einstein è nato anni dopo ed è ancora vivo.
Something on your mind?
Wow.
What's the deal with the house, Dad?
I don't know how to tell you this, son, but while you were away at your Mathemagic competition, our house got slapped with a CZ36 violation.
What?
I know, it's so embarrassing. Your mother's mortified. She works so hard to keep a clean house, but those dust mites are so hard to keep down.
Wait a minute, we can't go into the house because of dust mites?
Well, not until they send in the cleanup crew.
This is ridiculous.
Thank goodness they let me move my office out here into the garage.
In sostanza la sigla che abbiamo visto mi pare che fosse quella di un modello di Spectrum, un computer degli anni 80, simile computer 64.
So, when is this dust mite problem gonna be solved so I can get to all my stuff?
In effetti,
Well, the cleanup crew said they'd probably get around to it by tonight, but the crew backed up, so I wouldn't expect them until tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow? Where am I supposed to sleep?
I got it all covered, son. We're gonna camp out back just like we did when you were little.
Okay, this timeline is officially a nightmare.
come non dar diretta.
How exactly does this setup work?
I'm glad to see you taking an interest. Each of these monitors is connected to multiple cameras, of which I've strategically jacked into throughout the valley, with official clearance, of course. I can switch between cameras with these buttons. There's also a VCR for each monitor. I keep a record of everything I see, so if I happen across something intriguing, I can keep it on file.
Abbiamo esaurito tutta la
Well,
conversazione
I'll leave you to
lunga.
your snooping.
Supervising, son, supervising.
I'll leave you to it.
Right.
Ok,
Another day in Hill Valley. The perfect place to live. That wasn't a note of irony in your voice, was it, citizen? Irony? What's that, officer? Move along.
prima di entrare in casa c'è il mucitopo, vediamo cosa serve.
What's the problem, citizen?
Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine now, thank you. How are you?
Non risponde. Quindi, allora, c'era la porta sul retro,
Good morning,
porta
Mr. Brown.
d'ingresso,
Trust me as Mrs.
si può,
Citizen Brown.
porta d'ingresso, vediamo se riesco a entrare.
Attention citizens! This domicile is in violation of Civic Ordinance CZ36 and has been placed in protective quarantine until corrective measures can be taken. Please back away from the house and have a nice day.
What the hell?
Don't violate the perimeter, son.
Hey, demerit? Hey, what for? Insufficient.
Quindi zanzare.
Effective against moths, mosquitoes, and tannins.
Sì, ce ne siamo accorti. Allora, c'è qualcosa che si può utilizzare. Mucchio di demeriti. Ok. E la chitarra si può usare qua?
That's no way to treat such a fine guitar.
No, fermo. Allora dobbiamo tornare di qua, in città. Andiamo a parlare con
If
Ray.
Mom has a hidden stash of booze like Dad says, that may be my only hope of getting my hands on some contraband.
Dice qualcos'altro? No?
Leave the statue alone.
All right.
Niente. Pensavo... Vabbè. Parliamo con la madre, Ray.
Mom? Mom, are you drinking again?
Don't be silly, dear. Booze is illegal, you know.
Yeah, Mom. It's just that Dad mentioned.
Your
Davvero.
father. Why, I just can't get away from his prying eyes. Always spying, always watching. You mind your own business, George.
Now, Lorraine, this is for your own good. I know you're keeping a secret from me.
It's mine to keep.
Dad, Mom, knock it off, you two.
Now, you listen here, young man. This is an adult matter between your mother and me.
Dad,
Mom,
I know, but your way isn't working. You gotta give her some space here.
Huh? Where'd she go?
Mom?
Aha! I knew it. What is that in your hand? Rum? Gin? A wine cooler?
For your information, it's brass cleaner. I have a job to do here, you know.
Lorraine,
No.
Lorraine, I'm just trying to...
Mom?
Voi litigate, intanto io ti chiedo una cosa.
I'm having a bad day, Mom. Can I ask you a few things?
We all have our share, son.
I, lost my timesheet. What have I got going on this week?
Well, Monday is Junior Brown Brigade,
Junior what now?
and Tuesday is Model UN.
Model UN.
Mm-hmm. You represent Djibouti. On Wednesday, you'll be overseeing the board game club at the rec center.
Okay.
Questa cosa mi piace.
Enough.
Che mi dici?
I saw Jennifer earlier today.
Oh,
Oh.
Jennifer, what a spunky gal. Are you two patching things up?
She totally blew me off.
Well, I'm not the world's biggest dating expert, seeing as how I married the first guy to fall from the sky. But maybe you should spend a little less time with your microscopes and ant farms, and a little more time tending to her needs. What kind of things is she passionate about, Martin? What are her interests?
I don't even know anymore.
You see?
Intanto ha citato il momento speciale che si è visto anche nel primo film, lui Marty è caduto dall'albero. Ha fatto in modo che stava per rovinare tutto. Ok, andiamo avanti con la prossima domanda.
Everyone is treating me like some sort of goody two-shoes, Mom.
They're just jealous that you're such a perfect citizen of Hill Valley.
Have I always been this way?
Always been a perfect little son. Going on 18 years now.
What about that time I set fire to the living room?
Oh, but you only did that so you could show us the fire retardant you made with your chemistry set.
Heavy.
Quindi 1986, nato nel 1968, Marty.
All right. Let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Allora,
Mom, look, I'm on your side. If you've got a problem, I want to help, but this is a choice you gotta make yourself.
Oh, look at you. You're such a sweet boy. I'm so glad you take after me rather than your father.
What, Lorraine? What?
Ugh! I can't live like this!
Dad, you're not helping.
Oh, but I disagree, Martin. It's important that I catch her in the act so I can get it on tape. Once it's on tape, I can show her that she has a problem.
That's ridiculous, Dad. You're acting like this is some kind of sting operation.
Where'd she go?
Mom?
Aha! I knew it! There! What did you just hide? That was some sort of fruity liqueur!
It's a spray bottle of simple orange for the cleaning I'm trying to do!
Si sta
Lorraine,
ubriacando,
I'm
secondo me.
sorry. It's just that you're...
Mom? What about you, Mom?
What about me?
What are you doing out here polishing the statue?
I know. I was scheduled to clean the clock this month, but then Needle's mom ate some of that bad tofu that's been going around. So there was some reshuffling in the L sector duty roster, and here I am. I kind of wish I was cleaning the clock, though. So much nicer up there without all the cameras.
The cameras?
Wave to Big Brother, or Big Husband in this case.
I saw you talking to Biff about the Citizen Plus program.
Biff says I'd be a perfect candidate for it.
I know Biff, and if that's what the Citizen Plus program does to people, then you don't want any part of it.
But Biff has been reformed. Look at him. He seems so happy now. So at peace with this town. What I wouldn't give.
He's a total veg, Mom.
Your father is always telling me that I don't invest enough in the workings of our great Citizen Brown. Maybe it's time for me to turn a new leaf and just go with the flow.
Hey, just hold off for a bit, please. I don't want you doing anything rash.
Allora, cambiamo argomento.
All right, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
So, what's up with Dad?
Indeed. What is up with him?
That setup in his garage is pretty intense.
That's not the word I'd use. More like creepy.
I heard that!
Nuovo.
I feel like I don't know anybody anymore.
Well, Martin, that could be a sign you need to get out more.
Ma ultimamente si sta sempre chiusi in casa da diversi mesi ormai. Adesso siamo qui in piazza, vedi?
Is there any way I could talk to Citizen Brown?
Oh, you know how difficult that is, Martin. The great man spends so much time coming up with new rules and demerits that he barely has time to talk to us anymore. I guess that's the price we pay for a safe, happy city.
So he doesn't see anyone?
Not unless someone starts rolling up the demerits. He still takes a personal interest in those situations.
Oh!
And of course you could talk to Mrs. Brown.
Clara?
No, silly. Edna.
Edna Strickland?
Mm-hmm.
Forse avremmo dovuto fare questa conversazione nel precedente episodio, per evitare che Martin si sorprendesse. Ma avevamo già capito che Edna è diventata la nuova signora Brown.
Biff seems, unusually mellow.
Well, he should be. He just finished the Citizen Plus program. So far, it looks like it's done him a world of good.
You don't think he seems a bit off? I mean, he's so un-Biff.
Well, isn't that the point? You remember what he used to be like? He was an unholy terror.
He wasn't that bad.
Now, sure, but you should have seen him in high school.
I can imagine.
Parliamo di Jennifer, dai. O di Edna.
Wait, Doc, Citizen Brown is married to Edna Strickland?
Sì.
Did you get a bump on the head or something? They've been happily married for nearly 40 years. In fact, if you ask me, I think Edna wears the pants in the relationship. She's the one always announcing the day-to-day bulletins. Probably writes them herself.
Anch'io sono.
I need to sit down.
Adesso parliamo di
What do you
Jennifer.
think of Jennifer, Mom?
Well, she certainly looked like quite a handful, dear. I was really hoping some of her, joie de vivre would have rubbed off on you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Martin, you can be a little uptight sometimes.
Please, don't sugarcoat it, Mom.
Well, maybe you needed to hear it. There's nothing wrong with having priorities in life. Just maybe Jennifer should have been a little higher on your list.
Yeah, she should.
Well, you did buy that guitar. That's a step in the right direction. Women love musicians. Just keep practicing and I'm sure you'll get better.
What are you talking about? I'm a great musician.
That's the spirit.
la gente
Ken's
fatta.
dad doesn't seem to like me very much.
He's just a little stressed out, dear. Filling the crime-stomping shoes of his legendary father makes poor Danny Jr. a little twitchy.
So I see.
But he gets the job done. Between him and his father, Hill Valley's been as dry as the Sahara Desert for decades now. Unfortunately.
Try. Doc was right. We did overdo it.
Sì. Cambiamo argomento.
All right. Let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
È venuto qui il Valli e le sue regole.
Is it just me, or does Hill Valley feel really strict today?
Some might even call it stifling. But you didn't hear that from me.
Non preoccuparti.
Biff told me that he got in trouble for public displays of affection.
Can you believe it? Sure, things got a little out of control back in the 60s with the free love and all, but now even holding hands will get you a verbal warning.
Wait, so you can't even kiss?
Can't even hug. It's barbaric. City Hall treats us like a bunch of children going to the movies.
Biff was talking about all the contraband he used to keep. Do you know anything about that?
What are you implying, Martin?
I'm not implying anything. I just want to know what kind of contraband might still be around. You know, so I can watch out for it. Like a good citizen.
Well, I wouldn't know about such things. But people still smuggle alcohol in from the next county. I heard the kids at school have been smuggling Xerox copies of Dungeons and Dragons. I bet you'd be into something like that, huh?
I'll get back to you on that.
Ok, adesso parliamo dei cani.
Is it true that Biff was responsible for getting dogs outlawed?
I think that was all Edna's idea. She's always had a sore spot for dogs. Now your father and I, we love dogs.
You do? I didn't know that. How come we never had a dog?
We had meant to get one to teach you children about responsibility, but by the time we had you, dogs had already been banned. Now I don't think we'll ever have the chance to raise a puppy.
Jeez, Mom, that could be the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Cambiamo
All right, let's talk
argomento.
about something else.
Alrighty,
Mi
dear.
sa che abbiamo esaurito tutti gli argomenti, quindi esci. Allora, da qualche parte c'è il nostro amico cosa, come si chiama? Einstein. Ah, è giorno, ma nei negozi non si può entrare.
I just can't get through to Mom with Dad always spying on us.
Oh, è aperto. L'affitto è finito. Ah, la cassetta militare è ancora chiusa. E si può aprire? Non ho attrezzi per aprirla, ok.
That leads to the soup mo. Leech is...
Ma io non voglio lui, voglio lei. Proviamo con la chitarra.
That's no way to treat such a fine guitar.
No.
I can't get Dad off the camera, but maybe I can get the camera off us.
Lo so. Ma finestra.
Okay. Welcome to Soup Mo, where soup is just... Oh, it's you. This better be important, McFly.
Leech, was that Jennifer?
Well, A, it's none of your business, and B, seeing as she ain't your chick no more, yeah.
Okay, now this timeline is really pissing me off. You and Jennifer? Really?
Oh, is the poor little nerd jealous?
Well, yeah, and a little disgusting.
Più che altro
That's
disgustato.
probably the soup.
You better treat Jen with respect, Leech.
Hey, I got nothing but respect for Jennifer. Respect for her eyes, for her hips, the way she wriggles when she...
Hey!
Now, that dork that let her get away, there's a loser that I got no respect for.
Abbi pazienza. Secondo me qualcosa succederà.
You got a cold or something?
Ugh, it's allergies. I swear there's a dog hanging out
C'è un
around here
cane.
somewhere.
A
Ah,
dog?
stai.
Yeah, and the stupid mutt keeps trying to steal my free samples.
You sure there's a dog around here?
Listen, smart boy, there's only two things I'm allergic to. Dogs and disco, and I don't hear no chicka-bow wow, do you?
No.
Then it's a dog.
What's on the menu?
Soup.
Just soup?
And more.
What kind of soup you got?
Scrolle...
Rivellini?
Yeah, that's right.
Some things never change. What falls under the more category?
We got neat loaf. It's made with textured wheat protein.
No thanks.
Paprika, che avevamo suggerito.
What else falls under the more category?
Well, there's the hum burger. It's made from pressed roasted hummus.
You have any real meat back there?
Define real.
I'm afraid to ask, but what other non-soup food do you have? Anything edible?
Well, we have these pea and liver with soy cheese hot dogs. They're new, and we're offering free samples. You want one?
Where are the free samples?
Here. I keep them behind the counter.
Oh, God.
If you puke, you're cleaning it up, wuss.
I can't finish this.
Not my problem.
What are those things?
Those are the liver and peas with soy cheese hot dogs.
Ew.
You and me both, brown noser.
Why are the samples behind the counter?
I can't leave them out, dude. There's a DOG running around town, and he keeps going after the sample tray, knocking them all over the ground.
A dog? Wait, these samples haven't been on the ground, have they?
Geez, McFly, relax. They're fresh. Mostly.
Oh, che schifo.
About this dog, what's he look like?
Beats me. He's a smart little SOB. He only comes around when my back is turned.
Then how do you know it's a dog? You can smell him?
Allergies, dimwit.
Ok, abbiamo esaurito anche con lui.
See ya.
Smell you later.
No. Eccolo!
Hey!
No, la
Where's that
mascherina!
Go get him, McFly!
Certamente! La cosa curiosa è che è la mascherina. E siamo in Doc Brown. In Doc Brown. Ecco dove è andato. Oh! Tanto lei è sorda perché ha le cuffie. Via. E poi su di qua. Dai, Einstein.
He's got to be hiding in here somewhere. I bet you're under here.
Ecco Einstein.
Not a sign of him.
Ok, abbiamo visto che... Però voglio vedere cosa succede con la chitarra.
Check this out.
What? You swiped your big brother's guitar? Is that supposed to impress me?
It's not my brother's, it's mine.
Yeah, sure. And you'd play it for me, only you don't have an amp.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Pathetic.
Ci vuole... Allora, io direi di provare a tornare di qua e
I don't
preparare...
want to go digging through the trash unless I absolutely have to.
Cos'altro c'è? Lo spray che non so cosa serve.
Spray paint. Directions say to apply a thin coat and let dry. Avoid touching or tracking wet paint.
Non capisco cosa potrebbe essere, ma...
McFly? My spray can?
Oh,
Dork.
Allora... Eccolo! Comunque penso di aver capito cosa devo fare. Allora, torniamo di qua. Potrei aver capito, ma non sono ancora del tutto certo.
Where could he be hiding?
Allora, qui c'è il cibo.
Decency prevents me from leaving this here.
No? Allora andiamo da questa parte.
Decency prevents me from leaving this here.
Nemmeno. Però il cane è qua.
Stay put now, boy. Wherever you are.
Ogni volta esce da una
Not a
parte.
sign of him. That stray never leaves any clues to help me find him.
Penso di aver capito cosa mi serve. Ok. Ho capito perché devo prendere lo spray. Non si può tagliare, vero? Ho capito lo spray a cosa serve. Prendilo. Adesso lo uso da tutte le parti. Allora, smettete spray. Tavola.
It would look better blue.
Andiamo dall'altra parte perché adesso potremo seguire le tracce del nostro amico.
Where could he be
Einstein.
hiding? You in there, Einie? Or whatever your name is these days? Not a sign of him.
Dai. Ok. Stessa scena che abbiamo già visto un altro paio di volte. Questa volta però in teoria il nostro amico Einstein dovrebbe reagire in modo diverso. Eccolo lì.
Not interested.
Lo so perché dovevo selezionare la tavola. Non abbastanza più. Allora,
Now we're in business.
sappiamo dov'è. Avevo capito che l'avremmo trovato questa volta. Ehi,
I
Einstein!
smarted you, didn't I? Ah, don't be like that, Einie. Einstein, is that your name in this timeline too?
Forse no.
Guess not.
Allora, proviamolo a convincere. Einstein,
Look, Einie, I've got a treat for you.
magari a te piace.
Attaboy. Now hold still. See, I'm not such a bad guy, right? Whoa, okay. I guess I've won you over. I wish they were all this easy.
Magari un pezzo di carne anche a te.
Huh? What is it, boy?
Che...
Einstein, wait! No! No!
Dagli anni 30 continua a seguirla.
Rabies, help!
Back! Down! Sit! Play dead!
Officer Parker, subdue that beast at once!
Einstein, sit!
Einstein? Oh, if he bites me, you'll be in a world of trouble, citizen. Wait, I know that creature. Officer Parker, that's the stray that keeps escaping the kennel. I thought he was muzzled.
I took the muzzle off.
You what?
That's right, he's my dog now.
Citizen, you are in violation of Statute 357K.
Parker, demerit this hooligan at once. I'll return this creature to the kennel.
Yes, ma'am.
Filthy, wretched beasts.
Don't worry, Einie. Once I fix all this, you'll be back with Doc and romping through time.
Now stay out of trouble. Unless you want a visit from Citizen Brown.
Wow, prima regola delle tratte. Cosa curiosa, che non sapevo. In inglese cane si dice dog, è una cosa che sapevo. Ma non che il canile fosse canon. Cioè, noi in italiano diciamo cane, canile. Due parole simili. Invece dog e canon. Ma dopo. Ma è libero qua adesso. L'ufficio del... No, è qua il poliziotto. Mi sono riuscito a vedere bene. C'è purtroppo. Ok. Allora, non so quanto tempo abbiamo registrato finora, però fin qua ci siamo. Dobbiamo continuare a fare l'evento, ma io direi che abbiamo registrato abbastanza per oggi, abbiamo parlato con entrambi i genitori, per ora ci fermiamo qua. Ci vediamo alla prossima volta. Ciao a tutti.